It's Monday, it's puck time, and I'm the Prez. And that guy is Andrew McInnis from sportsmemo.com. How was your weekend? How was your celebrity events? Did you notice I got a haircut? It's very Andrew.
It is a little bit different. You're jazzing things up, Prez. What's going on? Special event for you, maybe. But yeah, really good weekend for me. It's always fun, Prez. It's kind of the university championship weekend here in Halifax. So I was doing the play-by-play for volleyball championships and doing some stuff at the basketball championships. And the team that I do the announcing for, the Dalhousie, won it all. They won the championship. So nationals are next weekend here in Halifax. So I can't wait for that. And great weekend of hockey games as well. So, only 2 games today, but looking forward to talking over it with you. How was your weekend, Prez?
All good, brother. Went 3-0 yesterday in my hockey picks. Had the over in the San Jose-Chicago game, the under in the Minnesota game, and the under in the Vegas Knights game. McInnis, do you get paid to do this play-by-play stuff?
I do. It's not very much. I would do it for free.
Don't say that.
I really enjoy it.
I need to be. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Are you good at it?
I think I'm pretty good at it, yeah.
Like Joe Bowen good? Gary Cole good?
I can analyze, and I can also do the play-by-play. Very exciting. So, I don't know. The guy that you guys see for me on here might not be the same guy that I am on the mics. So maybe I'll have to do a link sometime. Check it out.
Oh, I want to see that for sure, dude. So you're doing play-by-play, not color.
So for basketball, a lot of times I do either in-house announcing or play-by-play, and then for volleyball, I do the color, so the analyzing. So the person talks during the play, and then
everybody knows what the fuck play-by-play is versus color.
Thought I might as well explain it.
Yeah, Jim Gray, he does play. Then Tony Romo does color.
Yeah.
Pat Summerall, you might not have heard of him. He does play. John, whatever, Madden, the worst color guy in history, does color.
Yeah.
We all get it, dude.
So Prez, before I might as well ask you, because I was at the games earlier and the teams are coming here next week. Do you ever go to any Ryerson games or Toronto? How's the university stuff there? Because, where you are.
Who knows, dude?
Do you go?
No, we're a world-class city with 7 million people in it. Who cares about that nonsense? We got the Leafs and the Raps
Exactly. For sure.
and the Blue Jays. And eventually we will get our NFL team. It will happen at some point, and likely in my lifetime. 2 games on the board today, brother. We'll do this quick, just me and you. You've got a 5% play up at sportsmemo.com. Listeners, viewers, watchers, clients, customers, fans. It's $9 Monday at both WagerTalk and SportsMemo. Lots of action going on at the websites, and you can get any play for $9. And Andrew McInnis has a 5-unit play up at WagerTalk tonight. Carmine Bianco has a play, at Sports Memo tonight. Carmine Bianco has a play up at WagerTalk. He's on a 28-9 NHL totals run. And I've got a 2-pack going tonight at WagerTalk. So even though there's 2 plays on the board today, there is a ton of action and a ton of opportunity. Brother, let's start with Oilers. On the road, playing what I would call the pesky Buffalo Sabres. Look, Buffalo has lost their last game to Toronto 5-2, but they did beat Pittsburgh 4-3. I think this team's a tough out, Andrew. They're playing Edmonton. Edmonton is on a 4-game road trip, but they did just whoop Columbus 4-0. They beat Ottawa 4-2, but nobody cares. You get no credit for beating that piece of crap. The over and under in this game is 6. The money line is the home team, Buffalo Sabres, at anywhere from -120 to 135. And the spread is Buffalo -1.5 plus 209. I'm going to ask you what you think. I've got to play on this game, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut and let you handle this.
Well, I think first of all, this one's going to be a messy game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think tonight in general, this game is going to be two teams that are both out of the picture and not in spots that they really want to be in, but really kind of still accelerating each game and kind of moving forwards. Buffalo right now, Prez, quietly a massive, massive over team. 5 of their last 5 games have gone over. More importantly, though, 9 of their last 12 at home. And realistically, I've given this Edmonton team so many chances, Prez, so I don't really know what to think. They're kind of like the Lakers of the NHL, I think, right now. But the thing is I just think that at some point it has to give. And that win against Columbus, anyone wants to believe it or not, that was a strong, strong win as plus 190 underdogs. And I think, again, we won't see much defense or goaltending in this one. I mean, the Sabres don't play a lick of defense, but they're so talented up front. I mean, I always talk about how this Sabres team has such great puck-moving defensemen. Well, you know what? It's not always their job to jump up into the rush. Their job is to sit back and play defense sometimes, and we haven't really seen that. I mean, Sabres have given up 3 goals in 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah.
Allowed 18 goals in their last 4 games combined.
Yeah.
At an average of 4.5 goals per game. So, look, just looking at this one from a standpoint of looking at this 6, I think it should be a 6.5, Prez.
Yeah, I don't disagree, Andrew. I mean, you know, Buffalo let the Leafs score 5, Pittsburgh 3, Philadelphia, who is not a scoring juggernaut, put up 5, Toronto 5. But, you know, the thing is, they're also winning against tough teams. I mean, in the last 5 games alone, they played super close against the Leafs in Toronto, was going into the third up. They beat Washington and they beat Pittsburgh. You know, look, the Columbus game, I think that was Edmonton's signature win of the season. You know, we spoke Friday how much I loved Washington against the New York Islanders, and I used the blew their load pun, and Washington went on and won that game. I feel the same way here. I agree with you. I like the over. I like Buffalo. So we are on the same page on that total, my friend. Next game is the Maple Leafs going into Calgary and playing the Flames. Man, I mean, these two teams match up so well against each other. The Leafs record is 40-21-4 on the season. The Calgary record is 41-17, 3-4 on the season. Anderson is in net, but we might have a Rittich in net for Calgary. Maybe you could talk a little about him. Toronto is playing good hockey right now. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. Their only loss was to the New York Islanders. But Calgary could be the hottest team in all of the league right now. They've won 7 of their last 8 games. They did lose to Minnesota 4-2. But look, nobody's going to rattle off 10 in a row all the time. I think this is going to be an exciting, fun hockey game. And I hand it over to you.
Yeah, plain and simple, Prez. I mean, you know, just from a general hockey standpoint, if you're not up and excited and fired up for this one as a hockey fan, I'm afraid you kind of picked the wrong sport, because this is a huge, huge game. And the unfortunate factor is we don't get to see East versus West rivalries or big games like this not that often. It doesn't happen too often. These teams don't really see enough of each other in my eyes. So until really that crossover happens, as we all know in the Stanley Cup Finals, it's not really they're not really that familiar with each other. And for me, that kind of creates offense. That opens things up quite a bit. So this one should be a very fast-paced game. You know, as much as this Leafs team has been so up and down with their over and under trends, or, you know, starting slow in games and then finishing strong, I think they'll really, really, really dictate the pace in this one. And I think that the Calgary Flames love to play a faster paced game. And, you know, David Rittich, or Riddick, however you pronounce his last name, he's a guy right now that's playing well. But again, I don't really trust his rebound control. I think he plays well when they're playing slower type teams. But when, against a team like the Leafs that are going to go shots, and just keep firing everything on net. One thing I've noticed about this Leafs team is they've gotten a little less cute, a little less fancy. You know, we're on that last little 18-game stretch right now. They're just trying to get shots and kind of just make the other team pay whenever they have to. You know, when you've got guys like Monahan, Gaudreau, Lindholm, Tkachuk, Marner, Marleau, I mean, Matthews. The list goes on, Prez. I mean, I could sit here all day and list all the players that could possibly score tonight.
Nobody would be blown away if this is a Stanley Cup matchup. And look, I get what you're saying with the high scoring game. I think it's going to be very fast paced, Andrew. Toronto's gone over 5 games in a row, but Calgary has just shut it down, man. Their last 5 games, they let 4 in against Minnesota. Before that, it was 1-1-1-1. 4 unders in their last 5 games. I'm excited, man. Like, as a Leaf fan, 9 o'clock tonight, I'm going to be sitting on the couch with my girl. And this is going to be just a beautiful hockey game all around. 2 of the best goals against averages in the league, too, in this game.
Unfortunately for me, I have to wait till 10 o'clock, Prez, on the far East Coast time, so that kind of sucks. But, yeah, Toronto's 2-10 their last 12 on the road in Calgary, if anyone cares about that kind of stat. And that's kind of when you have to wonder, how much of an advantage is home ice? How much does that matter to you? How much does that matter, especially with a young team like the Leafs? Do they like going on the road and having that challenge, or prefer being at home? How much of an account is that for the odds we're being provided? And secondly, I think the next generation of betting right now, this generation of hockey, has really turned to close games, really dictating the pace at the start, like first period. A lot of times before, it used to be a field-out process. It's when it was 2 teams that collide together. It'd be a lower scoring start, more of a checking start. But we'll really know by the end of the first period how this game's going to unravel, I think.
He's Andrew McInnis. I'm the Prez. It's puck time. We've got a massive slate up for tomorrow. Me, Alex, and Andrew will take apart every game. Make sure to watch Morning Joe and the Pro today. It's Teddy and I. Love the man. Excited to do it. I'm actually going to be hanging up on Andrew right now and taping Morning Joe and the Pro. And we're even going to talk a little bit of Luke Perry. The man died today. Andrew is too young to understand the magnitude of Luke Perry and how he affected my generation. But we're going to talk about that on Morning Joe because it's going to annoy the shit out of Teddy because all he wants to do is talk about sports, and I'm not going to let him. I'm totally obsessed with freshly squeezed grapefruit juice, and that's it for me. Make sure to head over to sportsmemo.com and get down on Andrew's 5% play tonight. Dude, we'll see you tomorrow, roughly the same time, because I'm going to the gym before that.
All right, thanks, Prez. Stay warm in the cold weather here in Canada.
You got it, buddy. Speak to you later.
See you.